The 150th year of FA Cup football is shaping up to be one of the very best. And now the competition is set for a night under the lights.
Perfect first cage for Frank Lampard. Gunn! Michael Olise makes it 2-0 Crystal Palace. Badger makes no mistake. Manchester United's cup run is over. 4 for Forest. Kane! Fancy this, hits it! Oh, what a goal that is!
Welcome to the Emirates FA Cup preview show. Coming up, Goodison Park beckons for non-league giant killers Boreham Wood.
Nothing can top it. It's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me. I really can't wait.
There's realism but hope at Norwich as the Canaries prepare for on-song Liverpool.
I think anytime you play Liverpool, it's a big upset if you beat them, and I think this time would be no different.
A Luton Town legend revisits a famous FA Cup night.
All the fans are ecstatic. They all got on the pitch, I had this under my arm, and kept hold of it till this very day.
And Sol Bamba on the fairy tale that followed his battle with cancer.
All that hard work and effort I put in during the treatment, that's the reward of it.
Sunday, the 6th of February 2022, is a day forever etched in the hearts and minds of all those at Boreham Wood.
Yeah, the draw was done about 11:30 on that Sunday.
I was sitting at home with my girlfriend at the time, and it got down to the last 4, and I knew that number 8 and number 2, obviously Everton and Boreham Wood, haven't come out yet.
Number 8 is Everton.
For right-back and lifelong toffee Kane Smith, this 5th round draw moment was surreal.
And number 2, so that is the winner of AFC Bournemouth and Boreham Wood.
I was just jumping around the living room. I couldn't really believe it.
We knew it was Everton if we won, yeah.
But Bournemouth, 3 divisions above the National League side, stood in their way.
Obviously knew we had a massive ask to obviously get to the 5th round and try and beat Bournemouth anyway, so didn't want to get too carried away with it.
I put in the group chat straight away, we have to win this. If there's one game we're going to win, it's got to be this one.
74 places in the league pyramid between the two sides.
Going into the game, obviously we knew it was going to be difficult. We knew they was going to dominate the ball, and we knew we'd be spending the majority of our time defending and sort of trying to keep a solid shape.
Then, in the 38th minute, Boreham Wood's captain landed the telling blow.
I don't score many goals now. I don't know how I ended up quite so far forward. He just came at me at the perfect pace. All I could think was don't hit over the bar, don't hit over the bar.
And it's in off the post. Boreham Wood have taken the lead. Mark Ricketts side foots them in front.
It seemed like an eternity waiting for it to roll over the line. I couldn't quite believe it. What a feeling. Just remember running straight over to my wife and kids. Managed to see him in the crowd, and yeah, just an unbelievable feeling.
Last 20 minutes, I know they were throwing the kitchen sink at us.
Oh yeah, this was a close chance here. What a save. And again. Yeah, that was very close. This season we've been very, very solid in the way we play. We're very organised. We know if we get a chance, then hopefully we can see a game out.
That is extraordinary. 5th tier Boreham Wood.
What a feeling when that final whistle went. Unbelievable feeling. Magic moment, something we'll never forget.
And the victory was the ideal moment for right-back Kane to pay homage to his boyhood hero, Tony Hibbert.
I knew as soon as we got him in the draw, I thought if we win, and I've got to put that shirt on. Everton heroes, playing as a right-back myself, I have to say Tony Hibbert, 100%.
The Goodison dream, now reality, offers the chance for Kane to expel the heartbreak he felt as a 13-year-old watching the 2009 FA Cup final.
I remember watching it, if it was in the pub with my old man actually, I think elation after the cut 30 seconds, whatever it was, with Saha scoring.
The goal from Louis Saha.
And it was new Everton manager Frank Lampard who scored Chelsea's winner 13 years ago.
He broke all our hearts, and I think he owes us 100% to get us there.
For Kane, this is a night to relish.
Nothing can top it. It's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me. I really can't wait.
But Boreham Wood's 37-year-old captain is taking a more reflective approach.
I think it's just brought a sense of pride really to the whole town. Even sort of you go over the road to Tesco or whatever to get some petrol, and people sort of wind down the windows and sort of say, well done, good luck in the next round. There just seems to be a sort of sense of camaraderie around the whole area.
I think it's really, really hard, especially in the away team. It's a very congested stadium. The fans are right on top of you. For an away team, you're going to have to start bright, start early, and hopefully get an early goal and sit in.
Coming out swinging, maybe not. We're not silly, we know it's going to be a very, very tough game. They're a Premiership side.
We're going to fancy our chances. We're not going to be there to be turned over. We're going to really go for it, maybe nick a 1-0 win again.
We have got nothing to lose. Obviously the pressure will be on them, but at the same time we don't want to go there and just be making up numbers. We want to go there and give a good account of ourselves and try and see what we can do. And you never know, it's the thing with the FA Cup, it is that magic.
There are 8 ties in total this week. Crystal Palace host Stoke City. It's the first time they've met in the FA Cup since 2016. Palace took the honours that day, thanks to Wilfried Zaha. Nottingham Forest have already knocked out Arsenal, the most successful club in FA Cup history, and the current holders Leicester. Now they face fellow Championship promotion hopefuls Huddersfield Town. Championship strugglers Peterborough host Premier League champions Manchester City. The Posh appointed Grant McCann for his second spell in charge, following Darren Ferguson's departure last week. And there's an all-Premier League tie at St Mary's, where Southampton take on West Ham. Both clubs needed extra time to see off lower-ranked opponents in round 4. This season, we've been following the road to Wembley from the qualifiers through the competition proper. Now, our route takes us to Anfield, where Liverpool host Norwich.
A lot of the outfield players like to call us a different breed, but we probably are, to be fair. From 4, I wanted to play outfield and score the goals and just sort of have fun really. And then I think it was when I was probably about 8 or 9 when I came here for trials. I ended up in goal one time, and the coach came over after and said, like, just bring your gloves next time and try playing in goal.
Signing from Southampton last summer, Angus Gunn has joined an experienced goalkeeping group at Norwich City.
It's just natural, really. I think every club I've been with, goalkeepers always seem to get along, very well. And there's definitely, really good competition here. And I'm probably the least experienced out of the 3 of us, really. I've known Michael a long time. I worked with him when I was previously here on loan, and I knew Tim pretty well before I came. Really enjoying working with those guys, and yeah, we're definitely pushing each other every day.
With strength in depth, the Canaries have played both cup games this year with a different starting keeper.
I think Tim had COVID and he had a few weeks out, and we didn't have a game for quite a while before our first cup game. So he played in the first round, and then in the last round the manager decided to sort of change the team up a bit, and Mike played. But I've been sort of itching to play, and who knows if I'll get to play in it this year. But it's definitely a competition that I love playing in, and definitely really happy that we've got this far in the competition.
Since replacing Daniel Farke in November, Dean Smith has as many league wins in 15 matches as his predecessor managed in his final 27.
It's definitely different, and one thing that he's made us is sort of solid and hard to beat. I think you've seen that in a lot of games, and he's definitely brought that kind of sort of steel to us. It's something that people look from the outside and always look at sort of defence or the goalkeeper, but ultimately the whole team has to defend together, and the whole team has to attack together.
Gunn has played for Norwich in the Cup before, while on loan at the Norfolk club in 2018.
Yeah, I remember good things. I think the 3rd round when we drew Chelsea, and we got a good draw at home, and back then it was replays.
You'd expect the towering figure of Angus Gunn there to be in for a busy afternoon.
We went to Stamford Bridge and took them to extra time and penalties, and when you're in the game it's definitely more pressure on the taker. I think as a goalkeeper you just embrace that moment and hope that you save one or 2, so you just got to go into it and sort of just try and have fun, really. I think in the end their quality shown in the penalties, but I remember, really good performance in both games, and for a young player like I was, it was definitely a big experience for me.
Goalkeeping runs in the Gunn family. Father Brian featured the last time Norwich beat Liverpool in the Cup 32 years ago.
He always mentions that he's got a clean sheet at the Cup. He's mentioned that a few times. I think it was over 11 years that he was here, and I think when he retired he carried on sort of working in the back room, and obviously see sort of pictures and videos of his career and how successful it was for the club, to be fair, and it's definitely an ambition for me to play for the club. I think anytime you play Liverpool, it's a big upset if you beat them, and I think this time would be no different. To win the FA Cup is a big dream, and I think if I could do that with Norwich, my hometown club, that would be unbelievable.
Still to come, Sol Bamba relives a wonderful night at Old Trafford.
I was tired emotionally as well, and I'm old, there's no two ways about that, so I couldn't celebrate the same way as they celebrate.
And our cup quiz is strictly for the experts.
I'm supposed to get that. Good memories of the day. Must have made a lot of people very happy that weekend. It's nothing like the new ones, is it?
Scott Oakes is a 90s Luton Town hero, but he didn't come from a footballing background. Instead, his father was in a long-running British rock and roll group.
You're on about Shwaddy Waddy back in the day. Yeah, there's a few remarks in the paper, 3 steps to Wembley when I scored a goal. There was no hiding from it. Like you say, the first day, walked into the changing rooms and the other door opened the other side, and I had 20 naked lads singing Under the Moon of Love to me. So I've had it from day one. You grow a thick skin pretty quick, I tell you.
Oakes' most renowned season with the Hatters came in 1993-94, when they embarked on a memorable cup run, which began against Southend United in round 3.
I can remember the goal. It was a good move down the left-hand side. I think Mitchell Thomas crossed. Telfer ghosted in from the right wing and solid side foot into the roof of the net. It was a good move and a good goal.
It's all down to Scott Oakes for Luton. Hooper keeps it out.
Good old Des Linton, my mate from Leicester City, side-footed it across the goal for me to tap in.
Oh, Oakes! 2-0!
I couldn't miss. As a team, we were playing well, whether it was Kerry Dixon up front or Johnny Hartson or Tony Thorpe. We all seemed to work well that year, especially in the FA Cup run.
Next stop, Ninian Park, Cardiff.
I've got another goal that was through ball by David Priest. I managed to go down the left wing, cut inside, finished it, and made John Hartson the happy lad that day at Cardiff.
The last of the FA Cup quarter-finals tonight, and Upton Park in East London is alive with expectancy.
It was a tough game. They were solid as well, but we did put our heart and soul into that game. It ended up a draw, but we deserved to come away with something to bring them back to Kenilworth Road at the time.
And it was in the replay against the Hammers that Scott wrote his name into Luton Town folklore.
I've controlled it here, and then someone's put in a tackle. It's gone out to Kerry Dixon over here, who's played it through just inside the box. I've managed to connect with it really well, and it's gone into the far corner.
Oakes, 1-1!
The second goal came from Trevor Peake. Took a free kick up to Kerry Dixon. He chested it down. It was bouncing, and I managed to somehow connect with my left foot, caught it pretty well on the half volley as well. And that went into the near side corner. 2-1 just after half time.
Oh, what a beauty!
Kerry Hughes booted the ball, I think just to get rid of it at the time. It flew all the way over here, approximately landed in this area. Steve Potts, he went to control it, misread it, stood on it, and that's when I picked the ball up from here. One thing on my mind.
Oakes is through!
I managed to connect really well with it, and yeah, it was in the corner for 3-2.
It could be the goal to send Luton into the semi-finals of the FA Cup.
All the fans are static. They all got on the pitch, but I was holding this. I didn't care what they did to me, but I had this under my arm, and kept hold of it till this very day. It's a bit like its owner, really, isn't it? A bit old and haggard, but he's still holding on, so we'll. It's a nice memory. It's nothing like the new ones, is it? We were playing well, and the further we went, the more hype it got, and in the end, lucky enough to play a semi-final at Wembley, it must have made a lot of people very happy that weekend. Chelsea were just too strong for us on all fronts, I think. It was nice to get there and play. I can remember the day. Obviously my family was all there and everything, so that was nice to see your son play at Wembley. It was, a good day. It'll stay in the memory for a long time.
Now in the 5th round, it's Chelsea again, but this time at Kenilworth Road.
As far as Luton go, shocks can happen. It's the reason people love the FA Cup still. We've been through a few myself, haven't we? So hopefully come the day when they're at home, they take advantage of it and they pull off a result for the fans.
In my perspective, that's life for you. You got plenty of things you have to overcome.
Sol Bamba, that's a man who last year beat cancer.
That was part of my story. That is something I needed to overcome.
Here's Bamba, and it's a beauty.
Looking back, you think about all those moments, but that's when you work hard and have the belief, because you want to leave those moments we had at Old Trafford.
Middlesbrough have done it again on penalties at Old Trafford.
Messages of support.
He's been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin lymphoma.
The Cardiff City defender Sol Bamba.
Already having chemotherapy treatment.
I receive a lot of messages from journalists, from referee, from everyone who won the game, fans from different clubs, from different country, and that helped massively because in my head I'm like, I can't let him down. Everyone is there to support me, so I have to fight. I have to win that fight.
Sol Bamba in the right place at the right time.
Because of the sort of person I am, I'm positive and I always got a smile on my face. And people think maybe it was easy, or I won't say people who said it's easy, but they need to understand it was some tough moment, for me and the family. I'm glad all that is behind me now. It was magic, when you play football, it's for those kind of games, really. We knew we're going to come under some big pressure. They're a big team, they're a big club. They're a good player. And we weathered the storm, we defend very well. Of course, we conceded some chances.
Sancho has a go, and he finds the net beautifully.
And even when we conceded the goal, we kept going, and I think it's credit to us, we managed to equalise.
Really good cross. It was Watmore, and it's Crooks, and Middlesbrough celebrate.
As soon as we equalised, we wanted to get to the penalty shootout because, to be honest, that was our only chance because it was a lot of tired legs out there.
Now here's an experienced campaigner to come on, maybe to fire one himself. Big Sol Bamba.
The gaffer knew I wanted to take one already by then, so I only had a couple of penalties before my career. And I scored them all, so I was confident.
That is so relaxed from Sol Bamba.
It's just about power and accuracy, so I'm happy winning.
And Ilanka's put it over, and Manchester United's season in the FA Cup is over. I
was tired emotionally as well, and I'm old. There's no two ways about that. So I couldn't celebrate the same way as they celebrate, but we did celebrate for all over the weekend for sure.
Chris Wilder's side will be hosting
number 11.
Number 11, and that is Tottenham Hotspur.
The good thing is at the Riverside, and our fans have been wonderful. For us, we see it as another difficult game. Obviously, Tottenham is a good team, but we take it as a challenge. We just beat Man United the previous round, so we feel confidence in the league. We're doing well. There's no pressure at all. We're looking forward to it. During my treatment, when I had some tough days and when I didn't want to go to the gym because I was too tired, and all that hard work and effort I put in during the treatment, that's the reward of it.
And finally, it's time for our FA Cup quiz. Ready?
Go on, I might get lucky.
OK, here we go. Question 1. Middlesbrough beat Manchester United in the 4th round after a penalty shootout. But who missed the decisive penalty?
No clue.
Young lad. Elanga?
Is it Elanga? Is that his name?
Elanga.
Correct. It was Anthony Elanga who missed the decisive penalty for United. Question 2. Frank Lampard took charge of his first Everton match in the last round. But in which year did he score the winning goal in a final against the Toffees?
Oh, I was there.
2012.
Was it 2008?
2012.
2007, 2008?
7?
2010.
11?
I'll go 2009 then.
9?
2009.
Got there in the end. Lampard scored the winning goal for Chelsea in the 2009 FA Cup final. Question 3. Boreham Wood have reached the 5th round for the first time. But which non-league club went one step further in 2017?
Oh, ace gun, isn't it?
What's the first initial?
That's Sutton, was it?
Not a clue. Havant and Waterlooville.
Leighton Orient. No.
The twins' brother were manager, right?
Lincoln.
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 That's right. Lincoln City became the first non-league side to reach the 6th round in more than a century when they beat Burnley in 2017. Question 4. Which player became the all-time leading African goal scorer in FA Cup history last season?
How am I supposed to get that?
No idea.
Mane?
Mane? Liverpool?
Was that Salah?
What's that? No, Salah.
Was that Iheanacho?
Well done, Sol. It was Leicester City's Nigerian striker Kelechi Iheanacho, who has 15 FA Cup goals to his name. And finally, Angus Gunn's Norwich play Liverpool at Anfield. How many finals have the hosts played in?
Probably 10.
15?
I'll go 14.
14.
Correct. Liverpool have played in 14 finals, winning 7. And that means with 4 out of 5, this week's winner is Sol Bamba.
Oh, that's close.
Nice.
I can't even swear, can I? You're kidding me.
This season's FA Cup has already seen heroes made and history written. What next in round 5? The stage is set for a match winner.
Cantona, what an effort! What a goal! He won it on his left foot, and that's what he can do! Pulls it back for Bergkamp. What a goal! Still McCarthy! Pure class and a Golden Cup goal.